Hi, Vernon. With regards to our discussion, when one goes on an aircraft, one buys a ticket, and whether it's economy or first class, and you sit in the class um, where you've bought the ticket. If you're in economy, you're not allowed to go to the first class conveniences. There are individuals in first class who have paid um, for that privilege, and you stay in economy and you use the economy facilities that are provided. They, if you have a problem on the aircraft, of course, then the stewardesses will most likely go to the captain and say, I have an issue at the back. And the captain final decision or decision will be the final words on this. He is the commander of the aircraft, and he has all that authority given to him by the International Civil Aviation Organization rules of the air. And if you challenge that, he can turn that aircraft around, go land somewhere, and take you off the aircraft. And and you will most likely be um, arrested, and the least you will be taken off the aircraft and questioned and then released. There are on an aircraft, or there were privileges on an aircraft that you don't even have anymore. I was telling you the story about after September 11, 91, when the aircraft were flown into the Trade Center buildings in New York. All the security rules changed. One of the things that was internationally done, aircraft doors were changed, because safety is the priority, number one priority in flight. The aircraft doors were changed, steel doors were put on. Stewardesses cannot access the cockpit unless they are identified by the captain through a camera that is on the door. Um, at the time, I was with one of the most prestigious airlines in this world, Emirates Airline. I was in charge of the fleet. So the pilots reported to me. And if I am on an aircraft flying out of Dubai, I could not access the cockpit because guess what? I wrote the rules. I drafted the rules that went into the manuals that said that no one has any access to the cockpit. So unless I was on duty and had my uniform on, and therefore entitled to the cockpit, I couldn't access it. So, not to mention, somebody in first class or any other class wanting to go to the cockpit, they couldn't. Whereas before, you could ask for permission and the captain would allow you to come in and he would show you what's happening in there and so forth. After September 11, 91, that went away. But to get back to being on the aircraft, if you want to use first class privileges, then you have to buy a first class ticket. It's that simple.